I don't know whether that is because he's paying these people, but these people are even more bigger haters of Superman just
Yo,
to go
yo,
along
I
with
was about to
this.
say the same thing. Like, how do you find such a cavalcade of hate? Hey, what's up? It's Rashad Antonio. We are the DCU and me. Let's get used to saying that more often now. Here to talk about Superman, all
What
spoilers.
what was the original name of this supposed to be? It was like
Superman
Superman
Legacy.
Legacy. Okay, that's what I
Yeah, but
thought.
James
Yeah.
Gunn hates colon title. He just
What?
likes the title. I mean, it makes sense because it's his own thing, and
Mm-hmm.
this is like the eighth reboot of the DC in media in some form. I ain't even talking about how many times they done rebooted the comic over the years, but yeah, this is James Gunn's baby, the beginning of the Gods and Monsters chapter in theaters and film and movie form. And I really want to talk about just initial impressions first. Let's just get that out the way. How'd you feel about it?
Initial impression. I liked it. Let's start off with that. I did like it. Um, I was, shout out to my coworker Chris Smith, you know, producer extraordinaire, now on air talent
Okay,
extraordinaire.
okay,
My guy,
okay.
I'm be sad, man. He was my producer. I worked with the most of this show, but be sad. But he's on air now doing stuff, entertainment stuff. He's a big Superman fan. Like he has like the old school comic strip style tattoo
Oh
on
wow.
his arm and stuff like that. Big Superman fan, and we were talking about this, and he was before we even saw it or whatever, and he was like, "What do you think?" I said, "Look, man, I don't expect this." I said, "I don't expect this to be in game level." I said, "This is the first movie in the DCU, the you know what I'm saying, the new rebooted DCU. This is the first movie. People going into this thinking that they're going to see Avengers level, you know what I'm saying, um, end game level, Infinity War level. Off the bat, dude, you've already given this no shot in hell." You know what I'm saying? If you've gone into this thinking this. So I told him, and he said that makes perfect sense. He says it's so funny because he did one of his interviews with a movie critic guy's thing, and he said it's so funny. He said the same thing you did, but shout out to you because you said it before he said it. I said, yeah, it's like
Because we be knowing.
we be knowing. He was like the guy reviewed it and said it was good. He says don't go into this expecting in game. I said no, don't. You're not. You're laying a before you build a house, you have to lay down a foundation. So with that said, I did like it. Also, this is possibly one of the most James Gunn movies that could possibly be done, minus the James Gunn raunchiness, especially he likes to put in stuff or whatever. But this is possibly one of the most James Gunn movie that you can do, especially with the superhero genre, like especially what he's done with Guardians of the Galaxy, what he did with what's the other one, the old DCU, the
Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad,
Yeah.
and even with what I'm saying, what we seen animated form with Creature Commandos. This is possibly the most, like I said, James Gunn thing where he does so well with ensemble casts. Even though we know Superman is the main character here, he's done a great job. He always does a good job with ensemble cast, making you feel a certain way and care about certain people. Like for me, my favorite character, this wasn't even Superman. Wasn't even Superman. It's probably Rashad's favorite character too in this as well. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Mr.
This is
Terrific.
terrific.
Mr. Terrific was like my favorite character in this whole thing. And also shout out to the actor that played Mr. Terrific. I want to make sure I get this gentleman's name right. Eddie Eddie Gathke. Gathke. I'm sorry if I'm butchering. Justice for this man because he was in X-Men First Class, which was a good movie, but they ished on his character Darwin, and like seriously, he was like the most powerful character up there, and they got rid of him. Not to mention he was a black guy. They got rid of him first in this, and he really was pushing in the X-Men universe. Upset about that. They said this shouldn't happen. And they were talking about, we're going to bring you back, but they never did. But shout out to him having a superhero movie, having a character that hung around that was relevant in this storyline. But those are my initial impressions. Good movie. Didn't expect this to be in game Avenger level. And also, this is like really a James Gunn movie.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, but like one thing. If you want
What's
to see
that?
my all my initial impressions, I gave a non-spoiler review. It's on the channel.
I was avoiding you like the plague, boy, for the last
I
week.
know, yeah, because like as soon as that, so a Tuesday, dropped the non-spoiler review Wednesday, and I'm
hmm
pumping out non-spoiler content ever since because game don't stop. So
hmm
only thing I disagree with is I think this is the least James Gunn movie that he's ever done.
Oh, okay.
Everything you said was right. Ensemble cast, him invoking heart and spirit into things, and I think that makes this the least James Gunn movie. You kind of mentioned it is that this movie has to be the least irreverent, the least vulgar, and also
Okay.
it has it's the most earnest
Okay. I,
because
I can rock with that.
yeah,
I
because
ret
like because to
hmm
me prior to like when he was doing Guardians. Y'all didn't give a damn about Guardians. So he had free reign to do basically whatever he wanted to. But
hmm
with Superman, like the ethos is already there.
hmm
There is no changing that because we saw what happened when you tried to wholesale change the ethos of Superman. People will rebel against it because if that symbol on his chest is supposed to stand for hope, that man can't be causing hell the whole time, you know? So for me, like that part of it is like it almost it felt very sincere. And I think this is the most
hmm
sincere film that James Gunn has made up to this point. Now, you can always say that the emotional beats, like I said in my initial review, are always going to be there.
Yeah.
This bastard had me in tears over a mutated weasel watching Creature Commandos. So that like James Gunn, he's gonna get you. Like he can write. And like,
And we not even gonna talk about Guardians of the Galaxy
oh
3.
my God, yo,
To
nah,
this to this day
nah.
to this day,
Ooh,
shout out to Nadia, your cousin, man. She made a post about that. I was like, I said every single time I see this girl, I just be like,
bruh, like James Gunn,
yeah.
he can pull those emotional heartstrings. And
hmm
for me, like to me, like he didn't give me this film. But
No.
but people online like there's like yo like he got me and I'm glad because you
Yeah.
got to buy in to the totality of it and even like getting past initial impressions
hmm
he's gonna add his BS into the film
Oh
like
yes.
because at the end of the movie when we see Supergirl pop up
Yeah. Yeah.
and Supergirl is the true owner of that damn dog.
And it makes sense. And it makes sense what you can we just say something real quick about that part? Superman is getting prepped to get, saying, get some rest and get some sun ray healing and stuff. And then you just hear, dude, did you see how irritated Four was as the robot? He went,
Oh,
your
there
cousin's
goes your
back.
damn cousin.
There go your right. He was like, there go your damn. He was like, there go your cousin. I went, already? That's what I was like. And then here she comes. And she drunk as a skunk. And she's like, and he like, yeah, she likes to go party on Red Planet, saying galaxies, where, you know, alcohol, saying here, alcohol stuff doesn't affect her. She want to get that buzz, So she's like drunk as hell. She's like, hey, cuz, what's good? She was, you know what she was, Rashawn?
What's that?
Girls Gone Wild. That's what she was. She was metahumans gone wild. Like she was
Yeah.
drunk as hell. Shout out to Millie Adcock, our favorite Targaryen, young Rhaenyra Targaryen. And she was just like, hey, he's like, where's my dog? And the dog was so happy to see her. And then you see how they played it. And then he was just like, yep, this is why the dog is the way it, like just unhinged like this. Look at
And it
this.
was real funny because like midway through the film, Lois like, "You have a dog?" He was like, "Well, it's more like an adopted situation."
Yeah.
I was like,
When he said,
"What?" Okay,
I was
okay.
like, because I'm not like right because in every instance that we've seen in DC period, what I'm saying, not just DC, this new DCU, Crypto has been Superman's dog. Like it was he would sit with him or whatever. It was Superman's dog or whatever. And then when she asked that question, he was like, it's kind of like a adopted situation. I'm like, the hell did he find this motherfucker on the side of the street or something? Like this found this super dog on the side of the road or something. Like, what are we doing here? And when we see the end, you're like, man,
Oh,
it makes
yeah,
perfect. And
yeah.
then she thanks cuz and off to whatever next adventure she got going on. I can't wait to see more of her, yo,
Next
for real.
up,
I
yo,
can't
like
wait to see more of her for
such
real.
a good way to introduce a character, yo. Like we already got what the character is about. We got decent
Uh,
characterization already. Like yeah, I can't,
and you know what
yeah.
I like too? They didn't put this as an end credit or a mid credit scene. They actually put this in a movie to be like, all right, y'all,
No, that's for real.
yeah, this about to happen. This ain't gonna something that it may happen coming down the pipeline. We're working on it. No, no, she Cara L is coming for real, and she coming hard for real. I really can't wait to see what's up with her, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah, so like
uh,
so those type things that Gunn was trying to infuse into this movie, like I think he really did an amazing job like actually doing it. I'm gonna talk about one thing, okay?
what's
We're gonna have to keep this organized because he's not,
yeah.
I'm gonna be everywhere.
I know. I'm
All
saying
right, all
here.
right. So we're gonna. I just want to talk about how this movie looks for a few minutes. The cinematography and the
Yeah.
choices that they're making on this film
Hmm.
were so good. And a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, oh, I don't understand how he's going to do it. Like, he gave y'all the template, and we told y'all last year. If
Hmm.
you look at Guardians 3,
Hmm.
this is going to be the way that he transitions to do Superman. We already saw in Guardians when we had, what's your boy name in Guardians?
Oh, Adam Warlock.
So Warlock, how he was
Yeah.
flying, it's
Yeah.
very similar, and
Hmm.
and it's been elevated just a little bit more.
Yeah.
So like he had the time to actually experiment with it.
Hmm.
It looked good in Guardians, and all
Hmm.
the goofy people who was like complaining about it during the trailers and stuff. I'm like, y'all are so sad inside.
Yeah.
I just want to complain, and it looks really good
Yeah.
in the theaters on IMAX.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, seeing Superman basically flying hypersonic just great. Was crazy as I don't know what. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it looked fantastic. Like you said, Rashad, how it was shot looked fantastic. I don't, even I don't know what type of filter they use or whatever on the screen. You know what I mean? Like it looked very clean, very precise. Colors were popping the way I like it. Like and James Gunn is no fool. Also, when they release, and I think you said you avoided it when they released basically, oh, that 5 minute trailer, like that 5 6 minute trailer
Yeah,
of this or whatever, it was nothing but the first 5 minutes of the
the
movie.
movie. Yeah,
First
yeah.
5 minutes of the movie. And I thought, like you said, Rashad, I thought it looked great. Even when they went into the pocket universe, how that looked with the river of what proton was it protons or electrons or whatever the river
Whatever it
was
was. Yeah.
that was floating through. I mean, that looked amazing. I mean, like you said, how it was shot and how everything was done visually was stunning.
Yeah, I also love like just some of the like the smaller choices, like
Hmm.
even how like you were saying about the Pocket universe, how distinctly different everything was.
Hmm. Hmm.
I liked the okay, I liked how I really liked how he photographed and choreographed the fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like the last fight scene with the what's that lady's name? The the
Engineer.
the engineer. I was about to say the architect. I said I know I'm wrong. With the engineer and
Uh-huh.
Ultraman,
Uh-huh.
aka Clone Superman, like
Right.
and that reveal was cool too. Like
Yeah.
I like how it's just every like I don't have a lot of ways to explain this, but
And
the
and then too when the Raptors came, like
yes,
the other part of the army came or whatever, I thought
yeah.
that that scene was
Like
good
a
too.
lot of that was good. Like
Hmm.
even just the smaller scenes about the sitting down and talking scenes with
Oh yeah.
between Lois and Superman, like that was shot really well. Even just like the way that he always has Lois sitting down, relaxed, and the advantage of her looking up at this bastard getting just overly mad
Hmm.
and really trying to figure out, even just the juxtapose of how he was cooking food when she came in and everything was chill. And then as soon as he sits down, he like morphs into Superman
Hmm.
as opposed to being Clark Kent cooking for Lois.
Speaking of which, I think, in my opinion, Rashad, um, this has been the best separate portrayal of Superman and Clark since Christopher Reeves.
That's what I was saying
This is
too.
the best separate portrayal of both since Christopher Reeves. Like, if you go back to the OG Superman movie, you remember how Christopher Reeves like slouched down and he was, oh my God, look. You know, he had the hot, you know, saying voices a little bit hot. He was your quintessential nerd in that daggone, and during that time period for that movie. This guy here has done the same thing, and not just because of how his hair was a little bit more disheveled and everything. You see, first of all, you still see that he, because the thing is, they always say Clark was like a strapping young man, country boy. You know, he's what from Kansas, 6'4", you know, 6'4" dude or whatever. They kept him like that, but you still see the awkwardness in him and everything. Other portrayals of Clark, they played Clark and Superman. You never really got that. You always felt like it was still Superman. It was still Superman.
Right. Because his like even like with Man of Steel,
Yeah.
he would roll up to the bar and people was messing with him because he was just he felt like he was too cool to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like with this portrayal of Superman, it's very he's still a fish out of water because that's the whole
Mm-hmm.
point. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
was from Kansas, now he moved to the big city to work at a
Mm-hmm.
newspaper because he's skilled, but he just not really supposedly under the guise of Clark Kent, not
Mm-hmm.
aware of his surroundings and not truly comfortable with them ever
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because he still had these again these values and morals that don't really jive a whole word
Right.
with what's going on like where he is
Uh-huh.
and I think that's the part of let's just talk about Superman real quick. The part that I
Yeah.
think people forget is that Superman is supposed to be a representation of the best of us.
Mhm.
So if you put Clark Kent in a situation where it's kind of messing with his morality and his values, then
Mhm.
he's not gonna feel super comfortable about it. Going back to
Mhm.
the conversation he's having with Lois,
Did an
when he
interview.
kind of
Yep.
morphs into Superman,
Mhm.
he is pissed because he's like, look, people were going to die. And that's
Yeah.
the bottom line. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here to protect people. So why do you want me to not protect people? And it's very diametric.
And and what he said made 100% perfect sense. It does. He isn't here for to play the political red tape game, the oh, that's our homeboys and stuff. He was like, yo, these people were in danger and they were going to be wiped out. Like, and then we see that at the end of the movie when the approaching army comes, they have all this, you know, said it almost looked like the U.S. Army for real. They was teched out and everything, and then you got these folk over there with pitchforks and rocks and stones. Like, come on, like it was. I don't think you know if you saw it or not. There was one part where they actually did invade. And they went over. One guy he took his little pitchfork and tossed it, and then bounced because that's all he had, and it bounced off of a tank, man. So yeah, like that's the like you said the dichotomy of him like being like, look, yo, I am here to help. I am here to protect people, and like you said, I want I want I want to see the best of people. But dealing with all this other BS, the politics, which is the same stuff that's happening right now, even in this country. And then
Dog.
on top of him being a alien is even more
I'm
of an
I'm
illegal
just
being an
saying.
illegal alien. Like when my man got arrested and he said, and Rick Flag Sr., you know what I'm saying, who is, you know what I'm saying, that's the same Rick Flag from Creature Commando. He's like, hey man, ain't nobody read me my Miranda rights. Man, you an alien. You ain't from here. They don't he said, they don't go with you. And he's like, huh? He was like, yeah, that's why we sending you over to the to Lex and his crew because can't do. And he just like, what the hell? Even when he got arrested, he turned himself in. And the first thing I said was, boy, Superman is being a black person right now. He knowing what it's like to be a black person right now. When Ultraman took him and slammed him face first into the ground,
It's like,
and
dog, what we doing?
and is it Beaver Shaw? Did he put a knee to his back?
Could have been.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Making a little correlation here. James Gunn, thank you if that's what you're trying to do. And they were like, he said, no, they ain't happening. They were
No,
like,
no, that is it. No,
yeah,
I agree with you. Because think about it like
yeah,
this:
uh-huh.
the whole that whole this whole movie
Mm-hmm.
is such an allegory for what's going on right now.
And why you have people, Fox News Network, and other, oh, Superman is woke. What are we doing here, Rashad?
Tony,
Rashad, what are we doing here?
Tony, I don't, Tony.
Superman is woke now.
Super, like this has been consistent with a character ever since day
Since day
one.
one.
I
Ever since
if
Action Comics, this is this guy's thing. But now all of a sudden, because what's what's going on in this world is being thrown in y'all faces. Oh, Superman is woke. Man, miss me with that bull. Yo, for real.
like when I saw it coming out, and then I saw the like faux political pundits kind of talking about it, I said, oh, this movie must really be good because if they're just pissy mad about it,
Mm-hmm.
then it has to be something in it that is messing with whatever the current narrative that they're
Mm-hmm.
going with. And the fact that I mean, and again, this ain't nothing new. Like you said, he's positioned as the other.
Mm-hmm.
So him being other the entire
Mm-hmm.
film,
Mm-hmm.
and then people by the end of the film supporting him despite of what was said, even in spite of what his true mission on earth was to be. So, and they still
Mm-hmm.
say, you know what, we still need him. And that kind of flows into the Lex Luthor of the story. And I got to give a shout out to Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
By far the best
Yeah.
version of Lex we've got in a long time.
And you know why? Because this movie basically reminded me, Rashad, of one thing.
What's that?
How much of a goddamn hater Lex Luthor is. Lex he is a like for anybody that really don't understand what the term hater is, watch this movie and look at Lex Luthor. This man is the epitome of a certified he is hater of the century right now. This man, it's not that Superman has done anything to him. Nothing at all. It's just the fact that Superman is Superman. That this dude comes from another planet, superpower. He has never given anyone any inkling that I'm trying to take y'all over. But this man is just like Superman. He's not even a man. And like he's just like going like I'm watching this dude like yo, he he is such a hater of this man. Superman has been around now for what? How many years? About three. He's
3
been
years, yeah.
about 3 years. 3 years is not a long time to study all of his fighting moves and to have a simulation for Ultraman to be able to whoop Superman's ass. Do you know how many? To quote one of our favorite band directors, do you know how many man hours that is? Do you know how many man hours that is?
Oh my God. Tony, yo, like what?
Not like what?
Man.
It did. What got me was this at the end, near the end of the movie, when the fabric tear is about to hit like the land where a lot of people are. The dude is like, "Hey, we gotta shut this down." He turns around and says, "They they wanna be with him. They can die with him." I said,
Damn.
"What?" I said, "Wait."
Hey.
That is yo. That is wild as
Most
hell.
diabolical
That is
haters.
some diabolical stuff, yo. All
Oh
because
man.
this man is getting praise and this and that, and you mad that you're not getting no praise, but you a trash ass dude, yo.
I think I think the real lesson in Lex is this to me.
Hmm.
Lex is the person at school, on your job, even in your family, that wants that love. But there's
Yes.
somebody else who
Getting it.
is clearly being them just being themselves
Hmm.
and they get that love. And this person is going to try their damnness to get the attention, to get the adoration, to get the admiration of the people around it because that's what they strive for. While the other person really don't even be paying you no mind. They're just doing what they do. And because they not at that top spot where you are, you continually have to duck and dodge the hate from them. What you about to say?
Who does this sound like to you, Rashad?
Oh yeah, we already know who this is. This is clearly an analog of one Elonius Musk. So
Someone else too.
oh yeah, Don DJ T.
Because you know what this is? This movie basically could have been Barack Obama and Donald Trump. Because when Barack Obama was in office,
Oh, that is so
no
good.
matter what he did, Donald Trump was always on that man's neck for nothing. For nothing. For no reason. Because he was beloved. He was beloved by
And
a lot of people.
that's what
And
I'm
Donald
saying.
Trump just was not here for it. If you're offended by what I said,
Hey, I mean, because I mean, the you can go back and just Google that. The history is clearly there. This man was like, oh yeah, any time something happened where people was hating on it, he hopped on that hate train too.
mhm.
You know,
His
he's not
father's
from
from Kenya.
he's not
Kenya.
he's not he's not he's not a citizen. He's from Hawaii. His mother's white, but he's not white, is he? He's black. So, so that whole again, going back to this whole notion of the
Mhm,
othering or the of people,
mhm.
and Superman not only being this immense presence. Oh, that's my point. All right.
Mhm.
Sometimes people are gonna hate on you just because you're there.
Yeah,
Like you're like just like unfortunately. Kanye West said in one of his songs, he said, "My presence is a presence, kiss my ass." And
very true.
that is very much what Superman had to say by the end of the film. Like, I'm not going nowhere,
Hmm.
you know? And you spending all this time trying to trying to defeat me. You basically made this woman into this weird machine. You literally cloned DNA of me to make another me.
Of the person you hate. That
Yeah.
that is some top notch hating.
That's I don't know how much hateration, holleration you can have. The fact that you say, you know what, I hate you so much, I'm gonna make a you to
Mhm.
beat you.
Yeah.
which never works. And then thirdly, even at the end of the film, like you said, he was willing to risk the entire Earth to be sucked into a black hole
Hmm.
than to actually fess up and figure out that he lost. He said, "Nah, nah, he gonna pop up because bad stuff is happening here. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
yeah,
he'll show up."
yeah, right. He was like, oh, he's coming right here. And they're like, man, how do you know this? He's coming right here. Which
Again,
go
the man hours.
right, the man hours, which goes back into, and this is a line that I've used before with somebody who one time this one person was like mad at me or whatever, this and that. Honest to God, Rashad, I didn't even know this person existed. For real. They didn't like me, this and that, or whatever. And they confronted me about like your mother, blah, 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 and I just said, who are you?
Damn.
And I said, I don't mean no harm. I said, evidently, you know who I am, but I said, in my universe, you are insignificant because I don't know who you are. Left him looking stupid. He ain't say nothing else to me ever since, because that's how like Superman is. Superman is like, Lex, I'm not worried about you, like in that way, dude. Like I'm here for the planet. You think I'm doing this just to spite you? That's how Lex is. Lex is like, he's doing all of this to spite me because I should be great. This man said, I'm offended that if they mention my name with Galileo or something. What are we talking about here, dude? Like
This man said, I'm better than Copernicus. I'm like,
Copernicus,
what do
like
you mean?
what do you mean?
And also, I love that too. I'm glad you mentioned that. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's very clear that Lex and Superman have an actual relationship. Like like these bastards be talking like, yo, and Superman probably like, could you just leave me alone? I'm just
Right,
trying to do
yeah.
my thing. And you always like around the corner
You
hating.
always there. You're
Like you
always
all
there.
like it's always you with this
Yeah.
dumb stuff. Like
Yeah.
leave me alone, you
This
know?
this ain't Batman and his rogue of villain, his gallery
Nah,
of villains.
not
No,
at
it's
all.
you, nigga. You.
Yes.
Every time I turn around, it's you.
Like,
Like what?
oh, yo ass again. Like, why are you doing this to me?
And I ain't gonna lie, the one point, and I was like, all right, yo, Lex gotta go. Lex gotta go. This is when I was like, yo, he gotta go. Like, Superman, please burn a hole through this mofo's head. When he said, where's my dog, yo? Give me back my dog. Like, I was like, he said, give me back my dog. And he's like, what are you talking about? He started gaslighting him. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And then he sipped the mug to hide his mouth and be like,
So what did you say?
that ugly thing with a cape. What did you say? You heard it, man. He gasped, man. He was like, what's wrong with you? You're recording this, right, man? I'm telling you, yo, like
Oh man.
that's another thing. You got to be a trash person to steal a person's dog and just run experiments. So,
We say, yeah, we're going to few
yeah,
experiments to see, what I'm saying, you can use that information to defeat you, then we're gonna kill it.
yeah, yeah. You know what? You know what? We done with Lex Luthor, man. Like
Oh
hater,
man, yo, but it was again
certified hater.
such a good character, yo. And I'm glad that he did of course the smart thing. Gonna
uh-huh,
keep Lex alive. Lex is gonna pop that
uh-huh,
cup and be a foil again.
yeah.
Ah, yeah, Nicholas Holt, man.
Yeah.
Good
Also,
job, bro.
also shout out to Lex's girlfriend, aka Jimmy Olsen's girlfriend,
Yeah, yeah.
Eve Tessmacher. She was annoying the hell out of me. I said, "Why is this chick here taking? Who is this selfie chick?" And I realized, I said, "Oh, that's Miss Tessmacher from what I'm saying from that." And also shout out to Lex's right hand man,
Otis.
Otis. And Otis is a black
Otis.
dude. And the thing is, this is such a departure of what our last images of Otis was from the OG Superman. Otis was a bumbling idiot, always doing stuff, and Lex is just like, what are you doing? In the OG, and this one, Lex is like, hey Otis, I need you, yo, baby, I need like oh he was Lex's right hand man, and it's just funny that Lex was even found. I, I don't know whether that he paid is because he's paying these people, but these people are even more bigger haters of Superman just
Yo,
to
it's
go
yo,
along
I
with
was about to
this.
say the same thing. Like, how do you find such a cavalcade of hate? Just like application.
Yeah.
References, X jobs, you know what I'm saying? Where you
Yeah.
from at the bottom. How much do you hate metahumans?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Explain in 500 words or
Words
less.
or less. Uh, Dear Lex Luthor,
Like, yo,
they do not be alive. You're hired. Simple as
Superman is a threat
that.
to humanity. Like, yeah, like yeah, like I like that whole crew besides that one dude who was like, yo, I'm going, this is going way too far.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
we gotta close the rift. We
He's the
gotta
one
close
that
the
did. He's the one
rift.
that did wake up. Was like, hey, that's what you call him. He woke up. All right, y'all. Hey, hey, this is ridiculous now. Like for real and whatnot.
Like
I want
I understand you hate, but like I'm trying to live.
right. So I want to talk about this person real quick.
Okay.
Shout out to the actress that played Lois Lane. Shout out to her.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Rachel Brosnahan. Shout out to her because she embodied everything that I can't stand about Lois Lane. Lois Lane is possibly the most irritating superhero relationship person that for me that I know whatever. Like the only other person that's probably next to her is old girl from Invincible. You know who I'm talking about. Oh,
Yo.
old girl from
Nah, no,
Invincible.
no, no,
But
no.
she's not as but she that's the only person I think worse than Lois. But Lois Lane as a character is always been super annoying to me. Also, is it Beaver Shard or did she kind of resemble OG Lois Lane actress? Oh, just in certain I was like
Hmm.
looking like could have been her daughter. I know it's not her daughter. I
Yeah,
can't.
I mean, it definitely was is an archetype going on there. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
but she was annoying me because of once again we go back to superhero relationships. You know what your man is. You know what your man is about. You agree with what he's about. But you want to play devil's advocate with him, where that man almost snapped at that when they hit the interview. He was like, all right, because she was, then too, she kind of was pissed off, which I get. She was like, you can't interview yourself. That's ridiculous. Like, as a journalist,
I mean,
as a journalist, I get it. Well, that was our field and everything. Like you, so Clark Superman, how did this go? Well, Clark, it went like this. He was like, you already know the answers. Cool. So she did that for a few reasons. She did that for him to kind of keep in mind that his what he does have consequences, but also too to be like, my dude, you can't you keep interviewing yourself. People are going to kind of put two together about this and everything. But she was really like pushing his buttons and gaslighting him, and he broke it down to her of like, yo, like you said earlier, people were going to die. That is the most basic of this all. What is the problem with that? And then she and then too, what it seemed like to me, she was not your stereotypical. She was a perfect example of a person who will try to ruin a good thing. So she's in a relationship with Superman, and she started to self-sabotage that shit because she was like,
that's a really interesting take. I view that almost the exact opposite.
I think she because and I'm gonna tell you what made me say that. When she sat there and was like, I knew this wasn't going to work. I told you I'm bad in relationships or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
She comes off to me as the person, whether it be man or woman, who like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship with this person, but you try to find something so you don't have to be in a relationship with this person. So that's why I was like, yo, she come off as
Yeah,
self-sabotaging.
that point, yeah, I will concede to that.
Uh,
But the way I read it was like this, like it really this whole that scene in particular
mm-hmm.
is essentially if that scene does not work, then the movie doesn't work.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Gunn himself said that's the most important scene in the movie
Mm-hmm.
because it lays in the line. who Superman is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to me is that even though he's confident as Superman, there's still a little Clark Kent in Superman.
Insecurities, yes.
Yes, because he's not understanding, which is okay, which is crazy because he's a journalist. He doesn't understand the totality of his actions on a level that affects the entire world.
I
And
think
and
he understands, but he just don't give a damn.
that's
He's all
and that's
about
and that's
yeah.
what
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that right there, Tony, is the tension.
Yeah.
And and I really think that that Lois is trying to get him to realize that. And maybe in her failure, she thinks that, yeah, I knew this wasn't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a point of her conceding to her failure, trying to get him to see the bigger picture in this.
Mm-hmm.
And also to get him to realize that, hey, like what you do, even though it may be morally right, it may not be the move to make at that time. And even though at the end of it all, like Lex was just playing he was basically being sentenced to Palpatine with playing both sides against each other. Um it still was a thing that just trying to get Superman to see that, look, it's much, even though you're the biggest thing here, some of these things are still bigger than you. And
Yeah.
definitely, she was definitely like hitting the point, like, oh, I knew this wasn't gonna work. And he's like, what? Like at that, okay, so at that point, you already frustrated, and then she gonna say that BS at the end too.
You
Like,
know what?
why are we
You know
here?
what? That was a listen, Rashad. I don't know if you agree with me now, but that was a perfect example of a man and a woman relationship having an argument right there. Because he was like, when she says that and then don't say nothing, he like, no, 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 no. What you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Stop, stop playing with me. Like, for
No,
you
that's
just can't
no,
say
no, it's
you can't
real.
say something like that and then be like, okay, yeah, I'm done. No, no. I need some explanations into why you feel like that or
And
whatever.
you
Yeah,
know, and then I love how it ends, because how it ends is her being mad, him being frustrated, and then him just leaving. That's like, again, that entire scene
yeah.
is so good. Even though it's this fantastical thing, because it's
Uh-huh.
Superman, it's very realistic.
Yeah,
And think about it like that too, like you said earlier. If he didn't have true self-control, he could have killed that lady.
ah,
Yeah,
fry her ass.
by mistake.
Uh-huh. Oh shit! I'm
So,
sorry. I'm
oh my
sorry.
God, yeah, definitely put a Homelander on her.
Yeah.
So like that whole aspect to me is like that's why the scene is so good. And then
Oh yeah.
Lois is, as a character, is really good too, because she's the one that actually pushes the plot forward, because all the
Yeah.
machinations behind the scenes she gets to figure out, like that it's really Lex playing both sides against each other, and then that corrupt,
Euphoria.
yeah, and then the corrupt president, prime minister, leader,
Yeah.
whatever, whoever he is, that they're in cahoots, and the money and all of that, and trying to, yeah,
Yeah.
like, so that part for me is like, okay, so I also I think this is the most competent Lois that we've gotten.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I have no problem with the portrayal of
Oh
her
yeah,
as
yeah,
Lois.
yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I
I'm
think
just
the
saying,
portrayal is
like
great,
just
but
overall, like
yeah,
really usually, because
yeah,
Lois is like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, nah,
yeah.
she's like, nah,
But
nigga,
she just reaffirmed.
we doing this, we doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she just also reaffirmed why I don't like Lois. Like, that's all.
of course, of course.
That's all. That's all. I want to talk about the Justice Gang.
Tony, this is the most ignorant thing. Yo, Guy Gardner is so stupid the entire time.
The Justice Gang. They are so ignorant, and they are. So, it's oh my god. It's just. They are so ignorant. It's. You got Guy Gardner. Yeah. Justice Gang. We haven't settled on that name yet. Yes, we have. What? Oh, what I'm saying? Whatever. And then you just got Mr. Terrific sitting there like, What is it with
I can't stand
this
this idiot. Why
I
is
do
he?
not like him. Why is he this way? Why is he this way? And the fact that he's like when when we see AKA shout out once again to another person, Bradley Cooper, who is Jor-El, say Jor-El, which
And
is
also, you know the and the lady was the original like android character in Westworld.
oh, it was her.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. So, shout out to them playing, saying Superman's
parents.
Kal-El parents or whatever. But when the message came when Luther was able to get to the Fortress of Solitude, hack it, and Engineer was able to find a complete message and play it. Guy Gardner feelings were really hurt. He was like, it's almost like, I really don't mess with you, but I believe in what you're doing. But you trying to take us over? And then he got mad. He was like, hey, dude, you got a harem? Like, he was upset that he had a hey, dude, you got a harem? And he was like, what? I was like, yo,
And it's
this,
funny too, because like that point to me, like when they had oh, what's that dude's name? Who played a reporter on like the on like the conservative talk show.
oh,
Is it Jerry O'Connell?
yeah,
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I think that's his name. Like
I
he,
think it's,
yeah, because he was like, basically feet like again, this is where we are right now in the world. The
mm-hmm,
fact that they showed you how certain media outlets will feed information from the rich autocrats and have a narrative. Because think about it, everybody said harem.
yeah,
I heard he has a harem. And they get repeated because it's just a talking point. So the talking point gets
uh-huh,
repeated and the public repeats the talking point.
uh-huh.
So I like those small little subtle things in the right, like, oh yeah. Gunn was really locked in.
Yeah, never mind that the thing was like, hey, rule these people. He got a harem, y'all. Like this dude has a harem. But Guy Gardner as the Green Lantern, dude. I mean, he played that role so well as the Green Lantern as Guy Gardner because Guy Gardner is it's amazing that that the power ring picked him because in order to be a Green Lantern, the ring has to pick you. It's amazing that they picked this pompous asshole to be the
The
savior of this section.
to be to guard this portion of the
The
galaxy.
galaxy.
Like
Yeah, and then too, he keep using the code as a means of well, I can't do this because of the code, and it was like that has nothing to do with your code or whatever. He was like, you don't know that or whatever. And then when she fried him about his hair, she said, "This is just as stupid as your haircut." He said, "What you say?" He was so offended because that is like the one thing that I think I was most nervous with was like, God Guard is supposed to be in this. How are they gonna make this dude hair ridiculous? Because he has
just like it.
and they made it just like it. And
Out here
chefs.
looking like Stewie from Mad TV.
He
You
do
know,
like
like mama,
mama.
mama. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, we all that's all a joke. Sorry, you gotta look it
Yeah.
up. So anyway,
Yeah.
like Guy Gardner, shout out Hot Girl, Isabella Merced, you know what I'm saying?
AKA from The
From
Last of
Last
Us.
of Us. A lot of
Yeah.
a lot of HBO Warner Brothers Discovery alum in this movie, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in the family. Disney does that as well a lot too. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so her character was great. Like I love how she was like the lone kind of like normal person in the group
Yeah.
because she had to play between the extremes of people. You
Mm-hmm.
got goofy ass Guy Gardner, and you
Uh-huh.
have ultra serious Mr. Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes extolling the virtues of Mr. Terrific.
Go for it.
When I
Please go for it.
mean, I love this character. I
Mm-hmm.
said on Threads last night, this is how you write a black side character
Mm-hmm.
because he is all things competent.
Mm-hmm.
He's reliable.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't even joking around. He don't even like jokes. Like Mr. Terrific is almost on the spectrum to a certain degree. Like
That's a very good comparison, Rashad.
he is really like he has one job. I'm gonna do this one job ridiculously terrific. And that's
Mm-hmm.
all he's doing. He got his little terrific balls. And somebody said it, you like that, didn't you? I was waiting to say that too. And somebody said James Gunn gave him his Yondu scene. And I was like, he really
Really
did.
did. Yeah.
Because when he had the terrific balls and he was killing everybody before he went into them, well, not even killing, he
Uh-huh.
just was hurting them. He didn't even
Yeah.
kill nobody. He was hurting
Yeah.
everybody before they went to the Pocket Universe.
Uh-huh.
Such a great scene.
Yeah.
And even when he got back out, did the same. He ran them ones with him again. And the funny part was he said, "Hey, I'm gonna stay here and try to help and try to, you know what I'm saying, plug up the rift. I need you to go back." You know what I'm saying? She's like,
Mhm.
"How?" He said, "The ship. It's pretty intuitive. You should be able to
Yeah.
drive it."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"How?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what
that
does
the
she do? As soon as she get into it, fly backwards and stuff.
yeah,
Whatever,
yeah,
yo.
yeah. Like I think Mr. Terrific, man. Like even his banter with everybody and how everybody is usually like very excitable, and he's just like this
Right. He
calm in the storm.
yeah.
You know, they say, hey, you know. And the funniest thing, he said, "Man, you brought that damn dog." Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Put that damn dog in. My two other favorite parts with him were when Lex ordered for, you know what I'm saying, that rift to open up. And he's like working hard. And they was like, oh, I can't close it. What can you do? He says, you don't say. You don't say. Like he basically were giving you every black comment trope. Like basically that was a version of no is Sherlock. Like I can't do this. And then when they finally get to Lex and the guy's like, I can tell you. Let me get to this. I can shut it down. He said, I don't need you. I'm Mr. Terrific, baby. Like, you know who I am? I'm Mr. Terrific. I don't need you. All I gotta do is get up and hit it. And he's sitting there to, like, it did even the post-credit scene where they just sit, I was like, what are they doing? They sit there looking at the crack because, you know, things have closed up and he's like, hmm. And Superman says, it's a little off, don't you think? Says, really? Really, man? This is what we got. This is what we gonna gripe about because this is a little all and all this. And he was like, wow. And then Superman was like, oh, I can be a real jerk sometimes. Like, you know, just not looking at the grand scheme of things. I'm like, hey, man, thanks for doing a good job in sealing this off. It's a little off a little bit, don't you
yeah,
think?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He looked at him like, "Nigga, come on now. Like, you know
Yeah,
how hard
yeah,
this is to
yeah,
do?"
yeah, yeah.
So like,
Also,
yeah, yeah,
when they
yeah.
went to get the when they went to the his ship in the garage door, I said, yo, what are you doing? Like,
Oh
no,
man,
she
yo,
she sat there, she
yeah.
said, we can build this, but not a garage door that opens up. He said, I haven't got to
Hey
it
man,
yet.
we get around to that, okay?
We ain't get around
Like
that
I
yet.
and that's the part for me. Like when I talk about like the humor of the movie where
Hmm.
Gunn was just sliding it in, like it wasn't like super. Like like it wasn't no dick jokes in this. It just was like,
Yeah.
yo,
Hmm.
I'm a real like he was probably like I wonder how many times he wrote and rewrote this because
Yeah.
I know they're probably full of dick and
Oh,
behind jokes at one
oh yeah.
point. And
Oh,
he's like,
definitely.
I gotta cut this out,
Yeah.
like I'm
But
cooking
it
with
had the right amount of humor
it really
and joke.
did. It really did.
Even at the end when her and Superman's like, Miss Lane, would you like an interview? Yeah, they go off the corner and they go in the corner there. And you got Perry White and can shout out to Wendell Pierce.
Wendell Pierce.
He said, how long they been a thing? Like y'all really trying to fool people?
And then what you gonna
Jimmy,
say? Jimmy like about 3 months.
about 3 months. It's like everybody knows, like about 3 months or so. Man, he
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah, and it's funny too, like, not think about it, because like everything is like in threes. It's 300 years,
yeah, I was
30
wanting to say that.
years,
So it was what?
3 years,
It was
3
3,000.
months,
It was 3,000 years.
300.
Meta three. what when
300.
300 years of metahumans showed up,
30 years he
30
showed
years
up.
he showed up,
3 years
and
since he's been Superman.
and
3 months
3 months.
since they've been in a relationship.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was just. I wonder how. I'm trying to figure out how important it is. Something with threes.
Yeah,
Something
it's
with
a
threes.
triune thing. It's a Trinity
Yeah.
thing. You know what I'm
Yeah. The
saying?
Trinity
Probably,
thing,
probably
but
a little hit to the Trinity of
yeah.
all of
Mm-hmm.
that. But nah, like this movie overall was real. It was really good to establish a DC like this. My only disappointment in this movie, to be honest, was like I really just wanted more. I know it sounds corny,
Yeah.
but like I just wanted more stuff. Like I wanted more
Yeah.
Superman. I wanted more Mr. Terrific. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really just wanted more of the movie. Yeah.
Okay. So things I like I said, I think I like the story and everything. Like I said, I told you I love the portrayals of certain characters. Also, we didn't give him his flop. Shout out to Metamorphose.
Oh,
Oh my God, like
yeah.
I felt all of that, man. Cause my dude was like, "Yo, don't talk to me. Like, I don't want to do this. Don't make this harder than what it is. My kid is over there. Like, he worried about, what I'm saying, his kid or what and whatever. And then to see at the end when Hawk Girl was like, "Hey, you should join our group or whatever," and then the guy was like, "Something that looks like this? No, we cool." And he was like, "Can't join the Justice Gang." He said, "Justice Gang?
That's a
Dang, that's a
cool
cool
name.
name." Welcome to the welcome to the group or whatever. I like that. Also, another highlight for me was seeing the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, they was definitely making it. You know what I'm saying? It was like,
Rashad, I,
early days.
Rashad, I just want to know: did you think of Superman and his amazing friends, like the super, like the
Of
super,
course.
super,
That's
super?
that's
Because
that's it.
that's it. Because that is exactly how it looks in the cartoon from the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
super friends and all that. So I thought I love that, and I just love this. If I had one disappointment, and this is just me being stupid, I wish they would have had a pimp in it like they did the first.
Shut your ass
Woo!
up.
That's a bad. Woo! That's a bad. That's just
You
it's me.
yelling so loud they couldn't even pick up on the mic.
I'm sorry. Hey man, that's a bad. Woo! Probably one of
Yeah.
the most ridiculous scenes in the Superman
Hey man,
ever, but funny as I don't know what. It had a pimp in it. He's like, Superman was like, "Yeah, whatever, dude. I'll get to it."
all right, I gotta go save somebody. Nigga. So
Yeah.
so now yeah, like it yeah, man. I really strong B for this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's again, we not really breaking no new ground, but we are
Mm-hmm.
laying the foundation for what the DCU can be. And I do like how a lot of this movie sets up the future
Mm-hmm.
because after this we got Supergirl next year. We
Mm-hmm.
also have Lancers next year on Max.
I cannot wait
Can't wait for
for that,
that. And
man.
that's
Like
gonna
I
that's
am really a fan. Like the Green Lantern core, not just the Green Lanterns, but the Green Lantern core. That whole concept.
it's
I have
dope, yo.
always been here for that. So yeah, I'm wondering which Green Lanterns are we going to see? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we already
yeah,
know begin Guy and John.
yeah,
Because
because what's his Pierre right playing?
yeah, it's Mufasa.
You know,
Aaron.
like that's
Yeah.
Tiana. That's Tiana.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I don't yes, we probably won't get Hal.
I don't know. I mean, we can anybody can pop up in that joint, but we already know
Yeah.
the two mains are gonna be John and Guy.
Okay.
And he already said, he said I drop more F-bombs in that than I've ever dropped in my life in anything I've done. I said,
It's
oh,
HB it's HBO, of course it is. And I mean, and then too, to ties the universes together, we got a cameo of John Cena as Peacemaker.
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting
Like,
that
I said,
either,
who was on the
yo.
news, yo? His ass talking about, say, hey, if that was me, could have been me.
You're gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, like you said, I give this a solid B plus. And like I said, this is really setting up and exactly what it's supposed to do. Set up for what the DC U verse is going to be, man. So yeah.
Yeah, man. That's really all I got with this. Anything else?
No, man, that's about it for me, man. That's it.
No, nah, just oh yeah, shout out to Jimmy Olsen too. Shout out to Jimmy Olsen. He's also
I want
was
to know my man Riz game is on because remember the girls, even the editors and stuff. They
yeah,
was,
yeah, like,
I was like,
ooh, Jimmy's so cute. And he's like,
ugh.
oh my God, He's also was on, he was one of the Gemstone sons on the Righteous Gemstones too.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Oh, if y'all never seen the Righteous Gemstones, oh, it's so good.
What
Yeah,
do they
anyway.
mean?
But yeah, and again, another HBO Max property. Yeah.
Hmm.
So good, like great starts to DCU. Can't
Hmm.
wait. Next up for them, I think is going to be Lanterns. And then next
Yeah.
summer is going to be Supergirl. Probably some cartoon or whatever coming out. But yeah,
Yeah.
but that's oh yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. Peacemaker in
Peacemaker
August.
season 2, right? In August,
Yeah,
right?
Peacemaker season 2 in August.
Can't wait for
And
that.
yeah, yeah, that's gonna be fun. We will be reviewing that as we
Hmm.
review the first season. Or did I review the first season by myself? I don't remember. I know I
Oh,
talked
but
about it though.
Peacemaker. No, I think we did. I
We did
think
it
we both.
together. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Oh
did
yeah. So go
Peacemaker.
back on
Yeah.
the channel, man. Watch a
Yeah.
very old, not so well recorded. You know what I'm saying? But the audio is good. You know
In the
what I'm
early
saying? Like,
in the early days of the Upon Further
yeah,
Review
yeah, yeah. That's like
podcast.
pandemic
It's
time,
time.
boy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go back and check the channel for that. Also, make sure you check the website, theuponfurtherreview.com. Build a community over there. 10 will get you in. 10 will get you in. Still
Mhm.
working on the Interstellar piece. About midway through that, did get a new job. So I'm trying to balance life out right now. It's a little different, but it's definitely gonna
I
be
feel you.
better. Yeah, so
I feel you.
but yeah, do that and we will see you all.
There is
Sure.
something else that we're working on.
Yes, pretty soon. Real soon. We working on if you hear this
Okay.
long, then we will tell you.
Yeah.
Trying to do a tier list for the MCU Phase
Mm-hmm.
5.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna not separating it movies, shows, all one list.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll give you our S, A, B, C, and D and F tiers
Um,
for that.
Let
Yeah,
God have sort them out.
definitely.
Okay. So for
Ooh,
y'all that
oh, okay,
don't
okay.
know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
let's just go ahead. We're just giving y'all a preview for this. We are going to do we I think for the last 2 years we've done like a music
Just some music
or
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
some music stuff or whatever. We are going to do a review of what possibly might be the album, hip hop album of the year, maybe a candidate for album of the year. Let God sort them out by clips, not the clips, but
Clips.
clips. And for me, Rashad already know this is going to be, this is touched to my heart because, Malice and Pusha T are both from my area, neck of the woods, down to 757 VA, Virginia. You guys know the clips from hits such as Grinding, When the Last Time, um, I'm Good, Mr. Me Too. And I mean, this is their first album, what, at 15, almost 10, 15 years or so?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. There's because everyone knows Pusha T has been on the rampage out here, who I think is quietly should be not quietly but loudly should be in the conversation of current best rappers right now, along with Kendrick, Drake, Cole, and whatever. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
top five.
Yeah, he's definitely top five right now. But his brother Malice stepped away from the game. He found religion and he started he wanted to make it known that he said I'm not a preacher. People keep saying I'm a preacher. He's not a preacher. He found religion and he stepped away from the hip hop game. He went by the name of No Malice for a
Still no
while.
malice.
Still No Malice. He let out some Christian rap albums and stuff like that, but he came back with his brother and they released a banger and we are going to
Yeah,
review
yeah. And
it.
this is gonna be a song for song review.
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm just gonna be
yes.
so honest.
Like when
Yeah.
this album, the day that the album did drop, it basically, according to Joe Budden, Happy Hip Hop Day because good God, it
Damn.
felt like hip hop was
That
back.
is so true.
It felt like hip hop was
I listened
back.
to this album Saturday morning when I went to walk my dog,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, God, this is good.
Yeah.
This is so good. But yeah, we'll let y'all know when we drop in that. It'll be I'll
Mm-hmm.
probably give me probably Wednesday or so. I'm just trying to give myself an opportunity to listen to it a couple more times
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that initial listen, man. Yeah, I'll talk about it later. But yeah, that's
yeah,
all we got for this one, man.
yeah.
Yeah, theuponfurtherreview.com. Till next time.